Hi, my name is Ezinaye Ibiam. I'm from Tampa, Florida, and this is my story. So my name is Ezinaye. I was born in Orem, Utah, and then I moved to Tampa when I was about 6 years old, so I say I'm from Tampa. And what brought me to the flock was mainly my grandparents. On both sides, they are from West Africa, originally from Nigeria, and then they're from Ghana. And then on my dad's side, my mom moved to London, and then she moved to Arizona. And it is there where she kind of met with the missionaries, and they really helped her and my dad and his other siblings grow up. And also on my mom's side, it was the same thing. My grandpa was from Ghana, and then he moved to New York, and then he moved to California. And he also met with the missionaries. And so where I found the flock was actually through my grandparents. And I just love missionary work because that is how I was able to be born into the gospel. After my grandparents met with the missionaries, they were both baptized. I think my dad had some pictures of that. And then both of my parents, I think, went to BYU, and then they met at like a church activity, and that is how I came to be. And my own personal conversion story, since I was born into the church, sometimes it's kind of harder to have your own conversion. Sometimes you might rely on your parents, or, I don't really want to go to church, or seminary is hard. Waking up early in the morning to do an early morning church class is really hard when you also have school and extracurriculars, and it's just really complicated. But I would say my personal conversion story happened when I got really sick. I have sickle cell, so sometimes I get really sick and I can't really function. I might have to do hospital stays. It's just a lot, and it's really hard because then you start to think, why was I chosen to have to deal with this? I was about 14 years old when this first really started to affect my life. And I would say that period of wondering why has allowed me to grow closer to God, because not only does he know my pain and know how I feel, he also wants me to do better. And he gave man weaknesses so that they can rely on him and trust in him. And kind of through that process into now is why I have such a close relationship with Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ, is because I was able to struggle and have bad things happen. Seminary is also one of those things that kind of really brought me to the gospel. Even though it's hard to get up, I would wake up sometimes at 4 if I had homework to do before, and then go to seminary and then go to school. But my teachers were so good in teaching the basic principles of the gospel, and you come so well versed in the gospel and all the different principles that you have to learn. And one of the things that they teach is called ask, and you're supposed to seek appointed sources, and then you may ask your teachers or other people in your life from the church, and then you pray about it, and you keep close and keep strong in the gospel. There's the acronym, I forgot it, but it taught me the process of when you have questions in the gospel, that's kind of what you go through. And even though you have those questions, you still stay with the gospel, but you still look and research those questions. And I also love Institute too. We have a great teacher. His name is Brother Mason, and every time I go to one of his lessons, he's such a strong teacher in the gospel. So that is how I found the flock.